What would you do if I asked you to jump out of an airplane right now? Would you do it?
I guess if all the right safety people were around and have checked all my equipment, I might.
What if I could tell you that just saying the word yes could change your life?
What do you mean?
I'm saying that maybe if you said yes instead of no, you would have experience and engage in conversations you wouldn't have dreamed of otherwise dreaming about. What if I told you you could be a yes man, or you could have a theory of yes?
Are you talking about this week's impulsive guest, the yes theory?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Did you have like a punchline or
Nah.
was that just going? Okay, sorry.
That was it.
I didn't know if I should end it.
Yeah. Yeah, so big week this week. Guys, welcome to the pod. Did you already explain what happens here in the pod? No, we didn't. This is the Impulsive Postcast. We didn't even say that what it is. We've been podding.
Oh my God, guys. So you're catching us in the middle of a MEGAPOD, which is an extremely long podcast. We base it on a Gary V concept. Gary did a 6.5 hour mega vlog, so we're doing a 6.5 hour MEGAPOD, and we're putting the Impulsive Postcast in the middle of it. We are on hour 4.5, almost 5 hours into the MEGAPOD, so we're pretty fried, and I'm excited to get into Logan Paul talk. This is the Impulsive Postcast AFteRShoW. I'm Ryan.
I'm Zach. Welcome to the show. We are brothers as we are Paulologists. The Paul brothers, they're brothers, we're brothers. We understand the brother mindset and the brother outlook. We feel like we can better dig into who they are, what they're thinking, why they're thinking, and how.
Because we are brothers, and we are also from Cleveland, their birthplace. It's sort of an innate understanding of the subject in a way because we're so close to the way his environment where he grew up.
Right. We can understand at a deep cultural, geographical level.
So
Big
this
week.
It was a pretty big week. There's too much freaking content.
Yeah, too much, and I was busy as fuck with work. Had a fucking work meeting, bullshit, big blowout at work, drama, the whole 9 yards. I got a big old pimple on my face, as you could see. It was definitely brewing last week. You guys probably noticed it. But yeah, I finally ended up popping the pimple, and it's on a downward slope, thank God. But yeah, it's been a lot. There's 2 vlogs, right? And
There's 2 vlogs and that
5
Evan episode.
There's 5 pieces of content.
There's 6 pieces
6
of
pieces
content.
of content. I might have missed one.
Did you see the Evan episode?
Yeah,
Best Friends?
I saw that.
Did you watch the Sunday vlog with the giant hamburger?
Let's talk. Yeah, you know what? I did see them all. Let's talk about, first off, the new first episode of Best Friends. What'd you think? Which is the new show with his roommate Evan. I don't actually know his last name. Dorf Mamba, Evan Breckenridge.
I actually don't know his last name.
Okay. But yeah, it was fine. I wonder when they shot it. It looked old.
It did look kind of old. I think they probably shot it in
Maybe 6 months ago.
November. I was gonna say November, but or
maybe
October.
I don't know.
Well, I gotta say I didn't like it. Not my cup of tea.
I didn't like the backing music was very. It was trying to be very old timey,
Exactly.
Slapstick, Big John,
Big Chuck and Little John.
Big Chuck and Little John.
Maybe, yeah. I guess that's a good Cleveland reference.
It
was kind of Big Chuck and Little John. It's yeah, I know what you mean. It was
yeah. I don't like that. Do you think that was Spencer's idea? I have to say, yeah.
I think it's basically they're going for a sort of corny vibe, and they thought that's what would bring that.
I mean,
vibe.
I guess I would need to hear them talk about it and how they felt about it, because maybe I would think it was funny if I was in there thought process, you know. But it kind of annoyed me.
A lot of people do that though. It's not an uncommon move to like go with that
No.
treatment.
No, not at all.
I just thought the writing was a little dull. Like,
Yeah, it
the
was.
date was about
The writing was very like, hey, let's make a TV show, and like this was our first idea, and that's what it felt like.
Yeah, it like it was
Which
like
isn't a bad
Evan
thing.
went out with a girl, and she was like, "I eat dog," and they were like, "I can't go out with a girl that eats dog." And my whole thing was like, some cultures eat dog, man. Get over it.
Yeah.
Like they were like it was a big deal, and then it turns out it was a joke. But like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like
I just think
it wasn't that crazy.
I don't
know.
I don't think they thought about this very much. I really think it was like literally, and they even said it. He said it. They broke the fourth wall, and like they're like, you know, we wanted to make a TV show, so we did it. And I'm like, it's the ideas were so simple that it seemed like they were probably just sitting around in their fucking living room like drinking, and we're like, dude, we should go on a date, and like your date's like a dwarf, and like, you know what I mean, like just like the most obvious choices.
Look, let's hope that it gets better in future episodes. I'm not optimistic, but you know, I like the boys. I'll continue to watch and give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Next piece of content.
Next piece of content. What do you want to talk about? More vlogs? The hamburger vlog?
Let's talk about one more vlog.
Let's talk about the hamburger vlog, because the hamburger vlog leads into the first podcast.
Okay, yeah.
So it was the freaking Super Bowl
Yep.
last Sunday. Logan had a bunch of old Vine stars on. I saw King Batch over there. I saw a couple other familiar Viners.
I saw Alyssa. No, not Alyssa. Fucking what's her name? His old assistant, Ayla.
Oh yeah, Ayla was there.
Frank was there. I've actually met Frank.
And if you pause the shot at one moment, you can see that vlog swagger Corinna.
Oh, was she there?
Yeah, I looked in the comments and someone was like, 323, pause, look to the left, Corinna. And I did it, and I was like, God. You're right. You got to go down to the comments and see what the kids are saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much to say about it.
There's a gross amount of meat. That's all I had to say. But then I guess they ran into Elle Mills came to their party, which is not like a vlogger that I know much about at all, I got to say.
I don't know shit about her.
I probably should have watched a video or something. I think I've seen a couple of her vlogs, like moments of them.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the thumbnails and maybe watched a bit of one or two of them. But I guess she just tells stories about her life, like really personal stuff. And she was at their Super Bowl party, and they were like, "You flying back tomorrow morning? If you fly back a little later, we'll get you on the pod." And then they did. So this is Elle Mills on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, it is cool how like last minute they get their guests. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't know that's what I was thinking. Like, what would they do if they didn't have Elle Mills? They have like some in the back pocket.
I think they probably do.
Couple, maybe. So
yeah, then
Elle Mills is from Canada. That's where she was gonna fly back to. What I want to say is, I think she was drinking. If you're Canada, is the Canadian drinking age like
18?
Yeah,
it is.
She said she drinks a lot, and then she said she was 20. So I was like, oh, she was drinking at Logan Paul's Super Bowl party. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Oh wow.
It's no big deal, I guess. Though,
No,
she can do it back. I mean, it was illegal, but
yeah. I mean, I don't have any.
Just wanted to point. I just did some mental math there, and I was like, do.
Yeah.
Beep 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 beep.
I mean, whatever.
Okay. What do you think about this episode in general? I mean,
you know, she talked about. I don't really know anything about Elle Mills, to be totally honest, and she just. I don't know. I feel like I didn't really learn too much about her, other than her like going through this like weight loss journey and her going through depression, and then like talking about therapy a little bit. Yeah, I don't.
Do you notice she kept trying to bring up Corinna? Because and then so if you don't know about Logan Paul, he's there's like a a rumor out there that he's dating one of the David Dobrik's Vlog Squad members, Corinna, and they won't admit it officially anywhere, but there's like pictures of them everywhere. So yeah, I think she just kept mentioning it.
What was she saying?
She just kept mentioning
it.
Corinna was her first kiss in one of her
Right.
vlogs, and then also then Mike was like, "It's good to know that somebody at this table knows what it's like to kiss Corinna. We've had an absence of that here." So it's basically everybody was like egging him on to talk about it, and he was turning his head towards the wall and probably laughing or something like that. I don't know if you noticed.
I did not notice that.
Yeah,
I listened to this more than I watched it.
Okay, that was definitely happening. I'll say that she said one thing that Elle Mills said that I can relate to is that everything she makes, she thinks this is the worst thing I've ever made. I can't post this. At every single video she makes, and she makes like them pretty often.
Yeah, that was interesting that she said that, and like they were pretty much like, "Oh, that's probably why your shit's pretty good."
Yeah, that's what they say, but then they're like, you gotta take a break, go easier on yourself. But like, is it the pressure on herself that really makes the good stuff? Is that pressure functional in some way? That's the crap part, because I don't want to hear that.
Right. I don't know. That goes back to the old question that God himself asked. Should I take a break from social media?
Yeah, should I take a break from YouTube from posting?
I've never been in that situation, but the answer is probably yeah.
Yeah, I wrote down, is YouTube unhealthy? Is the YouTube grind?
It is.
How long you think you could do a daily vlog?
I tried it. I lasted one day. I tried to do a weekly vlog. I lasted fucking 1-2 weeks. Like, it's hard.
This is the most consistent we've done with any sort of show. This show, I feel like. With video.
Yeah, with video.
We have to literally do nothing.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it.
This is not nothing, but I'm not gonna edit this.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Did you have anyone else you got as far as knows? I didn't really hear anything other than she got like fake married to like her brother-in-law or something for a video, and I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to say about this episode at all.
Yeah. I just want to say Mike said one time that the East Coast people grind themselves into the ground harder, and I gotta say that's true. It's just from my experience. Something about the West Coast people, they just don't work as hard.
Yeah, I work hard, so I can't really attest to that. I work hard, and I fucking put out content, so.
Let's move on to Hollywood Hino on Wednesday. We both said earlier today that we didn't like this episode. It was probably the worst one.
I said it was probably my least favorite episode. I don't know if I was just expecting more, but it wasn't good. It was just, I don't feel like the conversation got deep ever. It was very like, just like, you're a beast, bro. Like, you can do whatever you want. Like, you can train whoever you want. And he was just like, yeah, I know, and I will.
Yeah. I think it's cool that he was like an African immigrant, moved to Queens when he was 15.
He was a real success story, so that's for sure.
And he played like, you hear he played like every single sport in school. He sounds like a monster.
Yeah, he played soccer, baseball, fucking football, and then he would go to boxing every day from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Insane. I'd say the one thing from this podcast that was crazy that I wrote down was that story about how Hayden, Logan's editor, got mugged with a knife in, I don't know where he lives, somewhere in the UK. What? Yeah, like they said they were talking about knives and how in the UK knives are such a big problem. Stabbing's a big problem, and they have signs everywhere saying like, "Put your knives away, stop stabbing," blah blah blah. You know, because there's not as many guns, so I guess people are just stabbing people left and right. But Hayden, Logan's editor, got mugged, and then the guy took his bag and his like computer and stuff, but dropped his knife. And then Hayden picked up the knife, chased after the guy, and remugged his bag back.
No
using
way.
the guy's knife.
I didn't hear that. That's fucking crazy.
Isn't that great? Like, if Hayden wasn't already like pretty cool.
Damn, that's insane. I don't know.
Shout out to Hayden. Great job on the edits lately.
Yeah, right.
Oh, flash flood. In other Paul news, Jericho might be back together.
No fucking way.
They were seen talking, I think, at the Super Bowl.
I don't. That doesn't mean anything.
But they've been on bad terms, you know. They were like, she's deleting him on social media, things like that, you know.
Yeah.
It was kind of a nasty breakup. So just letting you know, Jericho might be back.
I wouldn't be surprised if they would come back, but do we want them? I don't know.
All right. Yeah, I just wrote on that episode, I want the boxing part of Logan's career to be over.
Yeah.
I said that.
Why does he still, like, say he's a boxer? Like, dude, just, like, why? Like, I don't know, dude. I mean, I guess it's just something he likes, but it's, like.
It's so boring.
It's stupid. He just wants to have, like, he wants to be, like, an athlete to some degree.
Yeah.
And it's, like, you don't need to, man.
Do you think you'd like boxing?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't want to get hit.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I also feel like it would just.
I think I would like
hurt
training
my wrists over time.
I think I would like maybe training for boxing, as if it didn't hurt me in any way. But like I think I like training the aspect of it just for like being in shape. I would like that. Maybe just to mix it up.
Yeah, I feel like I like punching stuff for sure. Like when I punch stuff around the house, it's satisfying. But
Yeah.
I just feel like it would probably hurt my wrists. You know, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems like a sport that damages your body pretty hard.
They tape up their wrists and shit like that because it probably is a lot of impact on your wrists.
Should we talk about the other vlog in the middle of the week?
Yeah, let's talk
What
about.
was
Let's dive
that?
into that.
Wait, that was just. Wait, no.
Acrylic nails.
No, that was from Saturday. Do you want to talk about that first, or you want to talk about Yes Theory first?
Talk about the vlog.
Okay, that was a vlog from Saturday. Yesterday, right? That was from Saturday? Yeah, there's a vlog where they did the acrylic nail challenge. They all got their nails done. They're pretty long, I'd say about.
So there was like 5 different nail salons to ask if they would put like the longest nails on like him and 2 of his friends who, you know, Spencer and Mike. Yeah, and they got like really long nails, like probably like 2 inches, 1.5 inch long nails, acrylic nails. And then they basically just tried to like do some stuff with them for a little bit.
I guess it's a challenge going around on YouTube. Other YouTubers have been doing it. You know, it's like Ice Bucket Challenge. What's the another one? You know, freaking.
Yeah.
Think of another. I saw one actually. Jenna Marbles did turning herself into a Bratz doll. She turned her boyfriend into a Bratz doll with some makeup. It looked insane. Wreck at least searching that and seeing the final product of that. That was crazy.
Damn. No.
So I liked this episode. Had a lot of good physical comedy. You know, I think the reason why the nail challenge is popular is because you get into some funny predicaments with long nails. It's hard to use them.
Yeah, there was some funny shots too.
Great comedy, guys. You know, this is the vlogs. This is like kind of the best the vlogs can get, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody having a good time. It's great humor. The funny thing is Spencer's in front of the camera now, you know? Like, he's not even shooting. He came to be the camera guy, but now he's on-screen talent. And I guess that other dude who's their camera guy for the podcast is...
Anton,
the shooter now.
Mm-hmm.
How long till Anton's on the screen, you know?
I don't think it'll be soon. At all. If ever.
One thing I noticed on this episode was when Logan was getting his nails done, I saw the lock screen on his phone was a black and white picture of him in the boxing match.
Oh my god, I fucking saw that too. And I was like, was that his phone? I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah, it's a picture of himself. Not that it's that surprising, but...
Yeah, but it's like, come on, really?
Yeah.
That's a little much.
Put your bird on there. Put Maverick on there.
Right. Or just put a fucking Maverick logo on it.
Yeah, I don't know if you need that, but I mean, just not a picture of yourself.
It's
He just loves himself, the idea of himself as a boxer. That's like...
Yeah.
He wants to be like a champion, a classic champion.
I don't know.
So, question: do you think long nails are sexy? Like, it's like a feminine thing to have super long nails. But like,
not
have you ever
particularly.
thought about that? Like, I haven't either. Like,
not really. And do I think they're sexy? Not really. But like maybe in like kind of like an evil kind of fantasy way. I can see how they could be like. You could use them in like sexy ways to do like, you know, certain moves. Yeah, just I guess just doing little like weird like nail drags and stuff like that. I don't know. How do you feel?
I'd like to have some for a while to try them out. Looked fun for a bit.
I'd like to do some tapping with them. Yeah. Yeah. I do like some acrylic nail ASMR tapping.
Yeah.
It's a pretty classic sound.
All right. Great pod, guys.
I'm so fucking dead.
I'm really fried from the MEGAPOD.
I am too. I'm just like, we're just cranking out just time to just burn time at this point.
So,
go on to the Yes Theory.
Pod, the Yes Theory is such a long... Did you even listen to the audio portion?
No, I didn't.
It's fine. I mean, they did talk a little bit more, and it was pretty good. But like, it was so long. It was an hour and 25-minute pod, and then they had another 15-minute audio only section I did listen to.
Yeah. These guys are very. They just are very. They were very. I don't know. I guess just overall, just kind of just seemed smart, and they knew they wanted to like. They weren't gonna say anything that wasn't like with intention. Like they weren't gonna like. They were very closed-lipped, so to speak.
They were. What's it called?
Wary?
No.
Very wary. They were just careful.
Yeah, diplomatic is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, like almost too diplomatic for me even to really enjoy them or like really. I guess you have to be like that, but they just didn't seem like they had too much personality, which is annoying.
Yeah, my notes say Yes Theory is lame.
Really?
That's what my first note is. They're lame. Although I don't hate them. Towards the end, I liked them a little more. I don't know why. Maybe just time passed and they annoyed me less. I don't know. But
the main dude that was talking, what was his name? Like Morrow or something?
I forgot to write down.
Amar.
I think it might have been Amar.
He just. I don't know. I'm sure he was a really nice dude, but it just didn't come off as genuine as I thought it is. Maybe he thought it was.
He's classic poscore,
yeah.
And if you don't know what that is, it's basically a sort of fake positivity that is kind of a marketable positivity, something that you're always, when you're thinking about your content, you're thinking about what would someone be happy to put their commercial next to or their ad next to. That's what I felt like was the thing about Yes Theory is like they really only say yes to things that are market friendly and like pause.
Yeah.
They're like they said only positive things if it brings value to people. What can bring value to people?
You can argue that anything can bring value to someone.
Yeah.
That's the real thing because Logan hit him with a couple questions and they kind of just turned it to be like, well, this is why. And it's like, okay, I guess, but.
Yeah.
I don't know. In the end, there's content creators, so, I mean.
It's pretty aspirational. Like, it's like, yeah, we got a little hot sun on the video. It's like the sort of thing like, drop your bags right now hop on a plane, get to that beach. That's where you really need to be. Drop everything and go. And they admit at the end that that's definitely like not something everybody can do, and it's like they just are like their whole thing is like make yourself a little bit uncomfortable, or like when you make yourself uncomfortable, that's when serendipity can happen.
Right.
And it's like I kind of do agree with that, but their whole concept is like really only a thing that like super rich people can do, or I don't know. It's just like poscore at its finest. It's like Jerome Jar.
Yeah.
Type wave.
I mean, to me, they kind of just seem like some like really persistent guys that were just like, we kind of know what people want to see, and we're all like relatively smart, so like let's start making some content. I mean, I respect the hustle because they definitely stuck with it, and then basically got someone that wanted to partner with them and actually like get them paid, but they were not they weren't really like hustlers as far as like in the YouTube world. I mean, they maybe were, but they were taking the more business approach route, I feel like.
Yeah, he
like
said that he was doing
books.
He said he was like doing a tech startup that he was working on in college before he did this, and that he just does. He seems super Silicon Valley mindset, like what will work with YouTube. Like he had like he definitely went at YouTube with like a business mindset. It feels like, but they sell it as like a sort of aspirational, like spiritual almost thing.
Definitely. But yeah, just a lot of academic like explaining of things to me, which isn't a bad thing, but it just, I don't know. I felt like their answers were so scripted.
Can I read a Mike quote that I liked?
Yeah.
It's from Mike. I would love to see people just smiling more.
Oh my God.
I would love to see people just spending more time smiling, dude.
I swear to God, dude, I was about to write that same quote down.
Sorry, it took me a while to get that one out, guys. Megapod.
No, yeah, that made me fucking laugh. And there's another funny quote. I forget. I think this wasn't what it is, but it was something that Spencer said, and it was like, your vibe makes your tribe.
Oh, yeah. Was it about when he said like going up to the top of that mountain, he was meeting people that were on the same level as him?
Yeah.
That was like the worst part.
Yeah, that reminded me of going to like the one meet or two meetups that we went to, and I was like, I don't know, just I know what that level is of like meeting someone at like a social media meetup. I feel like I might have a pretty good idea of what that is. I don't know what I want to say about that, but I will say I kind of know.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was just a little bit like, I don't know.
A little much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just so, like, you know how we talked about this before, how the most, like, aspirational thing in the world is, like, that you are so spontaneous that you and your friends, you remember the Smirnoff Ice commercial?
Yeah.
At the golf course at night where they put the tarp on the hill and they know when all of the sprinklers are going to come on. Everyone strips to their underwear and they're all sexy, and then the sprinklers come on and it's a slip and slide on a hill at night at a golf course, and it's like Smirnoff. That's like the Yes Theories vibe. They're like, we can spontaneity at all costs, and that's like the spice of life. And it's like, because it's so aligned with that like classic idea of like what like cool and spontaneous life is, I'm just super skeptical of that, I guess.
Yeah.
And that like the top of the rave at the top of the mountain at sunrise is like, that just sounds like another Smirnoff commercial.
Yeah, totally. Is that what that was? Is a rave at the top? Like,
yeah.
Oh. Okay.
But I did see they were talking about the Justin Bieber burrito video a lot, and I actually watched that. It was great. You got to hand it to him.
I did
Hilarious.
see that too. Yeah, it is really good.
Pranked the world into thinking Justin Bieber eats burritos sideways. Pretty good. So maybe I'm a hater, you know. Maybe if I watch more Yes Theory, I'd find some more good stuff.
Maybe.
I'm sure it's fine, you know. I'd probably be a hater right now.
Yeah.
They were talking about I forgot that these guys spent 24 hours being Logan Paul. I remember there was an old vlog of this before Suicide Forest. They were talking about how, like, in December or November, they came and spent 24 hours with him. And he was saying that, did you see any red flags in my behavior? Like, I was acting crazy, right? And they said, yeah, you were surrounded by yes men. We could tell. And he was like, why didn't you say anything? And they were just like, yeah, you were just going around just breaking plates.
Yeah. I feel like that was, I remember when they were, because that was whenever we were watching his vlogs, and I remember that we were like, dang, who the fuck are these Yes Theory dudes? But I feel like they didn't even say it, but I feel like they were not really in a place, and they weren't really that good of friends with Logan where they were going to be like, dude, you need to chill out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and if they would have said that, he probably been like, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
So it's like, we don't really know you, but like, and maybe, they said they kind of got to know him, but they were probably just like, we don't know you well enough to be like, you need to like chill the fuck out.
My question is, who were the yes men?
Yeah, I was actually thinking
like,
that myself.
If he's talking about Andy, Andy was there a lot. Like, who else? Frank?
I think Andy was a yes man.
Frank and Andy?
No, I don't think Frank.
You think Armani, the mural painter? That's what my guess was. That's the only person I could think that's not around anymore.
Yeah.
Who were the yes men in Logan's life that he cut out? He said, you notice the whole crew is so totally different now. And I'm like, I guess it kind of is, but like, is it Andy? Because they were talking about Andy like he was nice, like they liked him. I don't know.
I don't know who else they would even be talking
But
about.
Andy was there in the Suicide Forest, and he was all, gung ho with filming a dead body. Everybody forgets that Andy filmed his own Suicide Forest video and also posted video of it. Also had the body in the thumbnail too, I think, from what I remember. So like, Andy's not getting any of the heat Logan is, and Andy's starting his own cooking channel.
I don't know. I don't know who the other people were. Who else was in?
Lydia, his assistant.
I don't think Lydia.
Yeah, I feel bad. I felt bad for Lydia every day.
Yeah, who knows? But
I just thought, like, Logan, he wants everybody to say how different he was,
Oh, it's always everything comes back to like
the Suicide Forest.
Yeah, it does. It really is. Everything comes back to that.
And I was thinking, how many hours of this podcast? If we're at 44 episodes or 34 episodes of Impulsive, 34 hours, or 34 episodes, so maybe like 40 or so hours.
Mm-hmm.
What percentage of the total Impulsive podcast do you think that we could do a super edit and just
Probably
do
like
in Suicide Talk?
Probably like a fifth of it.
A fifth? That's a pretty good guess. That's about what I'd say.
Yeah, maybe a little less.
That's the whole, like we said, I don't know if we'll ever stop talking about it. Impulsive.
I don't know. Trying to think of anything else that was said here. Mike opening up about his struggles and depression and his book coming out.
Oh yeah, Mike's writing a book. Frick.
Yeah, but yeah, Mike talking about his, and then Spencer with his.
Oh yeah, educate. They were talking about their biggest insecurity.
The biggest insecurities were basically like their next projects they were working on.
Well, Logan's was, I'm afraid to fuck up again, dude.
And they're like, hey, that's good, man. But Logan really just wants to say fuck it and just do whatever he wants. That's really what he wants.
Do you want to move our location?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we got a lot of wires here. So where should we go?
Yeah, I kind of want to get a drink of water. My water's in here.
What'd you think about, I mentioned this earlier on the Megapod, but not on the postcast, the Jenga format of YouTube video, how Logan said that over the course of the video, the stakes have to get higher and higher. And that Mr. Beast perfected it.
Where do you want to go? It's right here.
I guess right here. We can grab a chair. Here, wait. Let's you sit in that chair right there.
Oh God, I needed that.
You sit in that chair, and I'll grab this chair. Sorry, guys. Just a moment for technical.
My arm's getting pretty tired. I'm having to balance this thing on my leg.
Okay. Shit. You want to run the mic now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you think? Is that Jenga thing bullshit? Just kind of something. Do you think that's a secret? That's a code that Logan sees that's not really out there. Stakes getting higher.
No, I think there is a code, but
I think there's a way to hack. Nah, let's move on from this. This is stupid. I thought it was funny that he was like, figured out the code, man.
Yeah.
He is right. I mean, if you can make the stakes get higher and higher, people will stick around for sure. But I mean, that's just like plots in general.
Yeah, I don't think that's unique.
That's freaking just drama. Do you think Will Smith is trying to create a better future through his content?
I think Will Smith's trying to stay relevant, and I think that's his main goal.
How do you think Spencer's education doc's gonna be? Sorry, I forgot to frame this. So long.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I don't know if it's gonna be like amazing. I don't know if it's gonna like change anyone's fucking life or world, but it's probably gonna be like, I bet it will be well done.
Think so? I wonder what his like total message is gonna be though. Like, what's the big message?
I think that his main message is gonna be like alternative forms of education, and like breaking the norm, being a maverick as far as education goes.
The Yes Theory dude said his biggest fear or whatever was consistency and routine. Did you hear that part?
Yeah, he said that for some reason that made him feel anxious.
I think I know what he means. It's like he doesn't want to become an old person with a routine, like getting the paper at this time, getting my coffee, then doing this and doing that. Are you afraid of becoming too routine, of falling into a pattern and never escaping it? I think that's what he's afraid of.
Yeah.
'Cause he said he was afraid of exercising it just because it was the routine at all.
I guess I am afraid of that, but I don't really, I guess I don't think about it really too much. And also, I don't really mind, I don't know, I don't mind routine. Like, I get where they're coming from on that. You know, like Mike, I would say, cardiovascular activity has really helped me out in my life.
Yeah, that's what Mike said. His answer to everything was exercise, which I think is a good answer for a lot of people, but you can't tell everybody that that's the answer is exercise.
Right, and I also feel like I do preach this same thing. Like you should, hey, do some exercise and drink more water.
Movement's good. We talked about it earlier on the Megapod. Like walking is good for you. Like people are supposed to be moving, sort of. Like we're not supposed to be sedentary. You should always move around for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it was funny because Mike said that, and I'm like, yeah, it's totally like, it's not just him. It's it's people that actually just do a lot of physical activity. Just tell other people that don't, like, this is what I do, and I feel pretty good. And like, enough people have said it that's like, yeah, it's probably true.
You got any keystone habits? Any habits that you do every day that you can build other habits around? That's one thing.
Yeah, my keystone habits are probably waking up and like making coffee.
Is that a keystone habit?
I think so.
Okay.
And then just like doing like some kind of physical like fitness, usually around like noon on like a regular work day.
So
What about you? You got any Keystones?
I have a big lack of Keystones. I think making breakfast, if that really is one, I don't think that is.
I had a buddy that went to the hospital. Yeah, they said he had Keystones. And he just peed them right out.
All right. That's going to probably wrap it up for the postcast.
That's about when you know it's time for the postcast to end. You start talking about keystones as kidney stones.
Guys, if you're a fan of the postcast out there and you want to rewatch all of the Impulsive episodes and do a mega cut of all the times they talk about Suicide Forest, I'd be interested in just how long that was and just like, scrubbing through it. I thought of it like, would I ever do this? I wish I would have been doing it from the beginning, but I'm not going to go back through 34 hours of video.
Nah, fuck that. And if you like this podcast, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like it. Check me out on the other platforms. Check out, still awaiting the first episode of Zach Show Live of 2019. Check out That's All Folks on streaming platforms.
If you want to hear the whole MEGAPOD 6.5 hour podcast that we're currently recording right now, go to That's All Folks podcast. That's where this will be. You'll hear the rest of it.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking around. We'll see you next time. Take it easy, fam. Peace.
Oh, wait. We didn't do the freaking Views Teeny Weeny podcast.
Oh.
And it was a freaking week. Trisha spilled all the tea.
Oh, shit.
I forgot about this crap.
I didn't watch the other video that we were talking about, the Brandon Cavillo one.
Maybe we should save it for next week. Trisha spilled all the tea, but it wasn't really that much tea, but maybe it was. I mean, not, like the Brandon thing was really good.
Well, I guess we'll see the repercussions this next week.
My whole thing is just like, from moment to moment, Trisha's feelings are like, so
She's
turbulent.
a roller coaster, yeah.
She might passionately hate someone one minute and then love them the next, and so... And I feel like that's been rewarded by YouTube. Like, if you're constantly drama, that's great for YouTube. If like your thumbnail every single day is some other like crazy turbulent thing, and it's not clickbait because you're really feeling it, Mm-hmm. I just think it's like, I feel like, going back to is YouTube unhealthy? I feel like maybe her relationship with YouTube and like what YouTube rewards might be.
I'd agree with that. But I think we'll dig into that.
Okay.
Next week.
All right.
Really feeling the effects of the Megapod right now, guys. Thanks for sticking around.
Bump, 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 bump.